Welcome back, my dear friends. This is the chapter number 2, the second chapter in the series dedicated to opposite colored bishops in the endgame. And in this scenario, you would say there is an overwhelming pawn majority, right? There are two black pawns coming down the board. And are we able to actually do something? The answer is yes. We are able to draw the game if we play just correctly. This is a draw, and you can attain the draw in various ways. And what if I told you guys that actually you can draw the game by either dropping king to h1, by moving the bishop along the watchtower? You guys remember that song, Jimi Hendrix, All Along the Watchtower, right? So you can play along this line, along this diagonal with the bishop, and you're still going to draw. They can't force your king away from the corner of the board, so to speak. Now, let's make it very surgical here, and let's say we're going to play bishop to e2. By the way, pretty much all the light squares now, all of them, if you are placing the bishop, they all moves that draw the game. But bishop e2 attacks the black pawn here on g4. It's an attacking move. You want to have less of an over worry here. So you attack something, right? And you mustn't worry a bit about the g4 going to g3. Yes, that's a check, of course. But again, king's going to go to g2, king's going to go to h3. They are not going to make it. I mean, if this were to happen, it just doesn't matter. I'm going to go a6, b5, c4, b5, okay. And if the king even attempts to forcing and to seconding this guy, there is always bishop c6. So they are not going to make any sort of progress in this scenario here. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So let me just go back. Just wanted to make it clear why this is not going to work. And okay, if the black king goes to support the pawn, again, you've got many ways in which you can draw here. And yeah, you can put this guy along the diagonal exactly as we said. Or you could play a spectacular bishop takes g4. Not a problem. Why? Because this pawn is not going to make it past your king, and you are going to stay on the h file, and you can't be pushed away from the h1 corner because the bishop controls only the dark squares, and the h1 is a light square, so they can't force your king away. Of course, you need to understand that there's no point to move away. Sorry, you can't move in check, of course, but what I wanted to say, I don't think you're crazy enough to move the king away from the h file. So your king has to be maintained on the h file, and that's it. They might be pushing. Sorry, it's white's turn. You just go h. They push the pawn. You go back what they want. They might check you. I don't say no. But now you're going to go on the h again, and what do? They push the pawn. They push the pawn. You're going to play g2. What can they possibly do? They try to go around. I'm going to go back on h1. You know, stalemate is coming, and I'm perfectly happy with a stalemate in this position. So you are going to draw. So that's the thing that I wanted to make it very clear, my friends, that it's a very increased likelihood that the opposite color bishops in the end game, there's a big chance you are going to draw. Even if they have, as we see now, those G and H pawn advanced over to the fourth line, fourth rank, they're not going to make it through. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Share it if you feel like to with the family, friends, etc., schoolmates, clubmates, etc. Or maybe I'll see you guys on a live stream. Anyway, thanks for your time. I hope it wasn't too long. And see you on the next video. Cheers.